Good morning, good morning, good morning. As I like to say, great day, great day, great day. It's wonderful. This is our first broadcast of the Right Stuff Helps program for the year of 2022. Hello, 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 everybody. It is a plum pleasing pleasure to be here with you this morning. Well, folks, we had a lot of things happen last year, the year before, and the year before, but last year definitely. And I tell you, topping the list of things that happened, of course, is the sickness, the disease, that king of the diseases called COVID-19. And I know it's a serious thing. I personally have loved ones, even up to as early as last night, this morning, with serious, serious situations with this COVID. Friends, and of course, clients on a daily basis. This thing is wiping us clean, folks. And there's one thing that's missing. You know, we're afraid of it. They're telling us nothing's going to work in the beginning. And again, for those of you who are joining here, I'm Dr. Franco Taylor here on the Right Stuff Helps radio broadcast. We call it the Right Stuff Helps because most of us have used the wrong stuff. We've eaten the wrong stuff. We drank the wrong stuff. We looked at and we listened to the wrong stuff most of our lives. We've been deceived. So isn't it about time that you get your hands on the right stuff? I dare say that it is. And that's why we bring you this program for almost 40 years now. We've been somewhere in the United States or abroad, and we've been bringing you the Right Stuff Helps radio broadcast. That's a lot of broadcasts, folks. And so, again, that's why we bring you the right stuff with the hopes that you can listen to what we have to say. You can use it. You can say, digest it. And when it gets into your system, you can live a higher quality of life. We're not just talking about formulas and the food. We're talking about understanding. When you understand why you're having these sicknesses, then you can work with them. But without understanding, the scriptures say, my people are destroyed for what? Lack of knowledge. So that knowledge, the right stuff, is what we bring to you. Again, you might remember, for those of you who might want to call us after the program, you can call us, all right? You can call us at 901-425-2273. We do consultations in person if you're in the Memphis, Mississippi, Arkansas area, or that tri-state area, or if you're abroad, wherever you are. We do consultations by Zoom or by StreamYard around the world. God has blessed. The Bible says that God has made us upright, but man has sought out many inventions, and he has. He has come up with things like telephones that allow you to talk from thousands of miles away. And even this FaceTime, Facebook, Zoom, StreamYard that allow you to even be able to look at the person and talk to them as if they were right there in the room with you. Isn't that something? God is good. And man, under God's tutelage, can do some wonderful things, So again, we do Zoom consultations. So there's no excuse for you not to get the right stuff. Again, I've told you in the past, but I've spent 42 years of working with all the sicknesses known to man, helping people to lose weight, gain weight, helping them with their high blood pressure, their diabetes, cancer, even AIDS, Alzheimer's, even COVID in the last 2 years. We've seen it turned around in 8 to 14 days, in some cases as little as 4 to 5 days, if they followed certain protocols. They weren't my protocols. It was the Bible way. It was God's body. So what we're going to talk about today, if we could talk about anything, is the doctor that can keep you and heal you from COVID-19. Are you listening to me? The doctor, the only doctor, really, the only doctor that can keep you from and heal you from COVID. Are you listening to what I'm saying? And who is that great doctor? I hope you all are listening out there. Take a few notes, if you would, copious notes, because we're going to give you some information. Again, for the last 42 years, I've been telling people to pay attention to what God has done in our bodies. He's given us a body that is designed to heal. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you into the Bible for just a second. Please, I'm not trying to preach to you, but I'm trying to show you where we get our information from. And we get it from the Bible. Someone once told me that it was basic instruction before leaving earth. Bible, basic instruction before leaving earth. And why not? We look at our automobiles, and in the glove compartment, they give us an owner's manual. And the owner's manual tells us some things. It tells us how much water goes in the radiator, what type of ATF or MT4, what type of transmission fluid goes into the transmission, what weight of oil whether it's 10, 20, 30, 40, what weight of oil goes into the crankcase, what octane of fuel. In other words, how would that owner's manual know? Let's just say it was a Mitsubishi, and I ain't pushing Mitsubishi, never had one. But the bottom line, how would the owner's manual in the Mitsubishi glove compartment let you know, and could you depend on it or trust it? Because Mitsubishi made that automobile. So they are the manufacturer. So you follow the manufacturer's instructions. Now, here's an automobile. Here's a self-perpetuating machine that was designed in the beginning to live forever. That's our bodies. Okay, that's this kingdom we have here, this machine, this miraculous machine with a computer in your brain. Your brain can outrun a dozen computers lined up on end. It has been programmed along the way. You don't have to worry about going and stopping the program. It just keeps on programming. Are you listening to what I'm saying? So bottom line, with a body that great, where would you get the owner's instructions? Where would you get the owner's manual? It's the Bible. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take you in there for just a minute, then we'll get back out, because we're not preaching. We're just teaching, folks. I hope you're listening to me. All right. If we go into the Bible to Exodus 15:26, remember, we're talking this morning about the only doctor that can keep you and heal you from COVID, any disease, but especially COVID. The only doctor. We're talking about the right stuff now. There's a lot of stuff out there, but you want the right stuff. And what's more right than the only doctor that can keep you and heal you from COVID? Oh boy, this is going to be good. Exodus 15:26 in the Bible tells us something. And basically God says, if you will, I'm going to paraphrase, if you will diligently hearken unto my word, if you will keep all of my statutes, all of my commandments. In other words, if you'll keep my word, all of it, not just the ones that you want to use, not just the 10 commandments, but all of my commandments, I'll put none of the diseases upon you that I placed upon the Egyptians, for I am the Lord that healeth thee. Now, that's pretty deep. God says that if you keep my word, I'll put no diseases upon you. He didn't say none, and he didn't say I heal all your diseases except for diabetes, or except for heart problems and high blood pressure, or except for arthritis, or except endometriosis, or except cancer, or even except COVID. He didn't say any of that. He said, I heal. I'll put none of them on you, and I'll do what? Heal all of your diseases. So that's why I said, he says he can keep you from. So first of all, he says, I'll put none of them on you if you're obedient. But just in case you slip up and get a disease, I am the only one that can heal you from it. Are you listening to me? I am so emphatic about this morning because I have watched friends, relatives, clients die year in and year out for 42 years. And that was my being a health evangelist. But prior to that, for at least all of my life, I watched people die, and I couldn't understand why they were dying. My stepfather, my father, my mother, my grandmother, oh my God, my friends right now, of the 20 or 30 friends that I grew up with, okay, maybe 3 or 4 of them are still alive. I don't know if you listen to what I'm saying. These were people, they were friends of mine. Some of them were much younger than I am, and they're gone. And they didn't have to be. The Bible says, why should a man die before his time? So what I'm doing is I'm bringing you the great doctor, and we're going to look at some instances, even in the Bible, that are basically scientific about disease. But the great doctor said, I made you, I gave you the owner's manual, And in the owner's manual, I'll tell you everything that you need to know about how to keep this perpetual machine, this machine that was supposed to live forever, how we can keep this machine going if you just follow my instructions, if you just keep my commandments, my commands, my testimonies, everything that I've said to you, if you'll listen to it and keep it, you won't get sick. And if you get sick, if you just listen, fall back in line, you can get well again. So let's take a look just a little bit here. Again, I'm Dr. Franco Taylor. You're here with me on WMPR radio out of Jackson, Mississippi, 90.1 on the FM dial. And we're bringing you the Right Stuff Helps radio broadcast. Only the right stuff helps. And we're talking about the only doctor that can keep you from and heal you from even COVID. All right. We're going to look at a couple of scriptures. If we could go to John 9:6, we see that there was a man in the Bible who was blind, had been blind all his life. And Christ used spittle and clay on his eyes and told him to go wash his eyes. And he gained his sight back. Now, we're not going to argue about whether that was or wasn't, if it's fictitious or not. The key is, I know, and most of you know, that the clay is a very, very powerful healing agent even today. Clay can be used. Most women use clay to actually pull. Make clay packs on their faces to pull impurities out, blackheads and boils and blemishes. The clay has healing in it that pulls out poisons and toxic matter out of the skin, out of the face. We even drink charcoal, which is a form of clay, charcoal powder, stir it up, drink it in water, and it pulls poisons and toxins out of the bloodstream, out of the system. We go to different places all around the world and we participate in what is called mud baths. Are you listening to me? We're talking about the only doctor that can keep you and heal you from COVID. Let's see if we got some more things that we can see. There was a gentleman, John, the 5th chapter, talked about the pool of Bethesda. And at this certain pool over in Jerusalem, the people would come every year and they would go there. And it was rumored that an angel would dip his finger in the water and the water would begin to move. And when the waters moved, everyone who was halt and lame and limbs all withered up, if they got into the pool while the water was moving, the story tells us that they would be healed. I can believe that. Why? Simply because I, being an athlete, I played 3 sports from junior high all the way through college. I know that when I was hurt once, I had just broken a record in the triple jump in my college that I went to, and I was ready to defend that and jump again because the guy that jumped behind me, who originally had the record, guess what? He beat my record. I couldn't jump the next time. Guess what? Because I pulled a hamstring, and the coach, everybody told me it's going to be a few weeks before you're able to really, really get back in practice anymore. Well, I was back in practice in 4 days, 5 days. Why? Because I got into something that was called a whirlpool. It was swirling water. And we just talked about at the pool of Bethesda, when the water was swirling, those that stepped out, y'all aren't listening to me. This is heavy stuff. It's scientific. Story or no story, the story rings true to me because it makes sense that swirling water or whirlpool existed way back thousands of years ago in the Bible. We're just talking about the only doctor who can keep you and heal you from COVID. He has to be a doctor with a record, would he not? Let's look at a little something else. There was a gentleman by the name of Hezekiah. He was called Good King Hezekiah. And boy, y'all going to see me with this big jar full of tea, and it's got some something there called Balage and just some good stuff here. But because I talk for a living, I have to wet that whistle every now and then. But this gentleman, his name was Good King Hezekiah. He was a good king. And Hezekiah had a problem. I'll skip through to the story. It was in the book of Isaiah. He had boils. Have you ever had boil? Oh, the most horrendous thing in the world that can happen is to have a boil under your arm or between your legs. I mean, you can't move. You can't do anything. They get to such a fever pitch that you feel like you're going to die. And in the Bible, it says that Hezekiah was about to die, and that Isaiah came to him and told him to put his things in order because he was going to die. And he looked at Isaiah. He turned his back away from Isaiah. He turned his face to the wall and he cried and he asked God, haven't I done what you told me to do? I'm ready to go, but I just pray that I've done what is right in your sight. And God told Isaiah to go back and tell Hezekiah that I heard his cry. I saw his tears. I'm going to give him what? 15 more years. And I'm going to cut right here for a second. I have a son, and his name is Jesse Hezekiah. Are you listening to me? Jesse was born multiple disabled. Jesse literally wasn't supposed to live. He was born 4 months early. I had to deliver him before the doctors got there, although I've delivered some much. I had to deliver him emergency-wise. I had to tie his umbilical cord with a shoestring out of my shoe, and I had to cut the cord with scissors. Are y'all listening to me? And get him started breathing until the medic folks got there. Are you hearing what I'm saying? But the bottom line is we called him Hezekiah because he wasn't supposed to live. And he, just like Hezekiah in the Bible, got 15 years. Matter of fact, he is 24 now. Are y'all listening to what I'm saying? Just a little footnote, but I'm going to go back to where we were. Hezekiah was about to die, and Isaiah came back to him, and he told all of his keepers, the people around him, go find me a lump of figs. And so they found him a lump of figs, and he placed the lump of figs upon the boils that had reached this fever pitch and were about to kill good King Hezekiah. And guess what happened? He recovered. So what am I saying to you? There's something inside of the fig, which is an exotic fruit. The same thing is in a grapefruit. Okay. The same thing is in a papaya. These exotic fruits with all these enzymes. There's some pulling value in there that will actually pull. To this day, figs will pull a boil. A plaster of fig paste will pull a boil out of you. Are y'all listening to what I'm saying? I'm trying to get you to see that the only doctor that can heal you and keep you from COVID even is the one that has never failed a case. Let's go a little bit deeper if we could. We'll go to, we're talking about physical things. Let's look at something. There was a gentleman in the book of Mark, the 5th chapter, who was a demoniac. They say that he ran through the caves howling and screaming and scratching and tearing his skin off with rocks. He was just a cutter. You've heard of people today that cut themselves and tear their bodies and so forth, so on. They've got a mental problem. They're mentally deranged. They've got all kinds of schizo and itzo and all kind of phrenias, just out of it. Their minds are shot. And it says that these demons, these spirits that were down inside of this man, that Christ was able to call them out gently. He called them out. So basically, he worked with even a demoniac mind. So you might say that he was a psychological expert. He was a psychologist, okay? He dealt with minds that were just bent all out of shape, and he straightened them out with his powers. Are you listening to what I'm saying? That happens today. We've got psychological experts that work with psychologists that work with us, psychiatric situations that work with individuals to help them return to norm. So I'm trying to show you about the one doctor who's never failed that could do anything. He never lost a case, folks. Y'all hear people talking about that. Let's move on to another situation. So we see we deal with the mind, we deal with the body. Let's deal with something cancer-like, okay? There was a man in the Bible, and his name was Naaman. Naaman was the captain of the Syrian army. And what he was number 2 in command in Syria. He was a bad boy. He never lost a battle. I mean, he was tough. He was a mighty man of valor, is what the Bible called him, a mighty man of valor. But there was something going on with Naaman. Naaman had leprosy. Whoa, leprosy was the most horrendous thing that could happen to a person. His skin literally rotted off. And one day we'll give you a testimony about having gone through something similar to what Naaman did. We know that was necrosis of the skin, the deadly peeling away of the skin, even to the point where the underlying tissues and so forth could be seen. And this is what he had. But in the Bible, it says that he was told by the man of God that he should go and dip into the Jordan River 7 times and he would recover of his illness. He thought that was crazy. He said, I'm number 2 in command. I'm a powerful man. Why should I go and dip myself in the dirty, nasty, murky waters of the Jordan? Because at that place, the Jordan River was only about 4 feet deep. So he could stand up 5 feet or so where he could stand up to his chest in the water, but he could stand up in the water, and the walls of the canyon coming around it was so close to him. And what was it? It was clay. That's what made it so murky and so dirty looking, all the clay. But once again, just like Christ used the spittle in the clay to heal the man's eyes, I'm saying that it pulled the cataract out of his eye. Are you listening to what I'm saying? It pulled the infection out of his eye. Now we're talking about a man with leprosy, skin cancer, as it were. And here he is with all this rot all over his skin. And he goes and dips in this water, this murky water with clay around it. And I'm saying that the clay, as it were, pulled all the poison, all the infection, all the leprosy out of his body. We're talking about a doctor who can heal and keep you from even COVID, because he's never lost a case. He's worked on everything that could possibly. He said, I heal you from all of your diseases. And we're seeing in the word of God that he did just that. He healed people with bodies messed up, with minds messed up. And there was even a case, I got to give you this one. One of his disciples, Elisha, when going through all the places over there in Canaan, and all the surrounding territories, he stopped at a place where he would stop to pray all the time. And the woman and the man there that had the house, their little boy had fallen dead in the field and hit his head and died. And it said that Elisha went to the house, went up to the room where the little boy was. He picked him up and put him over on a bed. And then it says that he laid on him 3 times, eye to eye, mouth to mouth, stomach to stomach. Are you listening to what I'm saying? What he did was he was practicing, you know what he was practicing, CPR. He simply was giving, oh, come on, this is so heavy, it's unbelievable. He actually brought the child back to life by using CPR. I know it works because my little son, Jesse Hezekiah, died twice. And God blessed me in both cases to bring him back by using CPR. I don't know if y'all hear what I'm saying. This is real stuff. We're talking about the one doctor, the only doctor that can keep you from and heal you from what? Even COVID. Are you getting me? And so, again, we're talking about all these instances in the Bible where miraculous healing took place naturally. No drugs, no medication, no scalpel. Not saying that there's anything wrong with that. It's necessary sometimes. That's emergent or emergency medicine. It's necessary. There's no replacement for it. No herb is going to help you if you just got a deep wound that needs to be cauterized or closed up or stitched. You better go find you a doctor. Are you listening to what I'm saying? Or if your blood pressure is so low that you can't breathe, no herb is going to work. You can't eat food that's going to bring you back up. You need a drug that's going to slap you back up quickly until you can get back to doing the right thing. So I'm wanting to make sure that no one goes out there and says that Dr. Franco, Brother Franco, the health evangelist, is saying that you don't need doctors and drugs. I never said that in 42 years. I even have a doctor. So you need to go see a doctor when it's time to go see a doctor. But we're talking about the things that you can do for yourself. The same kind of things you do for your car to keep it running, you can do similar things for yourself. Some cases you just don't understand it. So what we're talking about here is that God has given us the wherewithal in order to keep our bodies right. And one of the main things is that we have in our bodies something called the immune system. We're getting ready to close this out, but I just wanted you to hear that. That immune system is what it's all about. You see, I've told you in the past about 2 gentlemen. One of them's name was Ilya Ilnik Mednikov. He was a German immunologist. In other words, he won the Nobel Prize in immunology in 1938. Google it. 1938, he proved that your body, everybody's body, had potentially hundreds of thousands of potentially viral and cancerous cells every day, just from the normal processes. The air has pollution in it, the water, the food, pollution everywhere. And so it gets into our system and could potentially become cancerous or viral and take over the body, even kill us if there wasn't for something that God placed in the body. It's called the immune system. That's right, immune system. Trillions and trillions of white cells, leukocytes, lymphocytes, phagocytes, macrophages, which means large eaters. They literally go in and eat the thing up, whatever it is. And we've told you about that in the past. We'll show you that again in one of our upcoming episodes. But the bottom line is these cells, natural killer cells, all have different jobs to do in the body. Some just go to deal with little simple thing like dust getting in the nostrils or something. They may go and do something like getting rid of a parasite or getting rid of a bad microbe or bacteria. But what about a virus? That's right, even viruses. It was proven by this Nobel Prize winner that even viruses could be checked when the immune system was strong enough to do the job that God placed it in there to do. So remember, in the beginning, man was supposed to live forever. Even after sin, he lived for 900 years. Like Noah was 940, Methuselah was 969, Adam was 930. And what was the difference? They weren't doing some of the things like eating dead animals and so forth that we do today, which knocks out our immune system. So what am I saying? I'm simply saying that the immune system is designed to heal you from any disease. There was another gentleman. We're going to leave 1938 and we're going to come to 1968. There was a gentleman by the name of Sir Macfarlane Burnet, and he also received the Nobel Prize in immunology. What did he find? The same thing, that the body made potentially thousands and thousands of potentially viral and cancerous cells every day, but that the powerful immune system in our body, if it was strong, it would destroy all of those potentially cancerous cells. So what are we saying? We're saying that 1938, 1968, doctors who received the Nobel Prize said that all you had to do is do certain things for the body and it wouldn't get sick. It would stay well and the body would heal itself. You were self-perpetuating by doing some things. What were the things? They both agreed that there were 5 things. Listen to me carefully. Write this down. There were 5 things that the body needed in order to stay well and not get sick, so the immune system could stay strong. And that was number 1. We've talked about this before. Number 1, of course, is what? Oxygen. The most important mineral that God gave us was oxygen. I'll go back to the Bible for a second, because in the 2nd chapter of Genesis, the beginning of the Bible, it says that after God formed the man from the clay, okay, it says that he did something. He breathed into man's nostril Coca-Cola, and he became a living soul. No, it didn't say Coca-Cola. I'm trying to see if some of you Bible scholars out there, and I mean Bible scholars, you've got Muslims that are Bible scholars, you got Jews, you've got Christians who are Bible scholars, because it's the book that runs through, it's that common thread. But no, it didn't say that he breathed into his nostrils a Coca-Cola. It says that he breathed into his nostrils the breath of life. The most important mineral, the most important item that you need to live is oxygen. Then there's number 2. Number 2 is H2O. That's the next thing that you need in order to survive, in order for a cell to multiply and duplicate and grow into tissues, they grow into muscles, they grow into systems, they grow into your body. Are you listening to me? The unit structure of all life is the cell, and it must have these 5 things that we're talking about. Number 1 is oxygen. Number 2 is water. The body has to stay hydrated. The blood has to stay hydrated, bringing in even more oxygen, H2O, okay, into the bloodstream, taking out poisons and toxins. Are y'all listening to what I'm saying? Oxygen first, then we got to have water next, H2O. Number 3 is nutrition. I didn't say food. What did I say? I said nutrition. Nutrition is what? Remember, we go back to the owner's manual. When God created man in Genesis, the 1st chapter, at the very end of the chapter, after he had set man on his feet, breathed the breath of life into his nostrils, he had oxygen, he's breathing, then he gave him something. And the very next thing he said to him was this: I have given, this is Genesis 1:29, I have given you every herb-bearing seed which is upon the face of all the earth, and every tree in the which is the fruit of a tree yielding seed to you it shall be for meat. So man was given in the beginning, the first thing he was given after oxygen and after water was what? The food that he should eat: fruit, nuts, and grains. These are things that grew loftily up in the air, that had all their own seeds. When they dropped to the ground, they'd form another. So if you're buying something with no seeds in it, it's not real food. Okay. It'll taste good. You can get by with it, but it doesn't have the living ingredients. And most of the living power in any fruit or vegetable is where? In the seeds. Are y'all listening to me? The seed is so important. It brings forth life. And we won't go into that. That's another story for another day. But the bottom line is God gave man fruit, nuts, grains. After sin, he added vegetables. There was something in the fruit, nuts, grains, and vegetables that gave us life, especially those vegetables. And that was the chlorophyll. Chlorophyll is identical in molecular structure to your blood that's in your body. So again, I'm Dr. Franco Taylor. You're here with me on the Right Stuff Helps radio broadcast. We're on WMPR 90.1 on your FM dial, and we're bringing you that right stuff. We're talking about the only, I repeat, the only doctor that can do what? Keep you from and heal you from COVID is the great doctor himself, the great physician. We're talking about God. And he gave us something. He gave us some tools to use. He gave us an assistant. He put the assistant of the nurse practitioner inside of your body. She's called the immune system, designed to make sure that you don't get sick. And if you should, she helps you to get well. If you just feed her, if you just give her oxygen, if you just give her water. And then number 3, after oxygen, after water, and after nutrition, she must get the waste out of your body. And she was designed to do that. Starting at your mouth and all the way to your anus is your colon. Okay, it's your elimination system. And as it runs through the body, it takes out the foodstuffs, it takes out the nutrition, it takes out the enzymes, it takes out the antioxidants, it takes out the minerals, and it puts them where they need to go so that your body can operate. And then the waste comes out at the very end of that canal, and it's called your rectum. And out of that comes all the waste that's supposed to come out. If that happens, then the body runs smoothly. Leviticus 17:11 says the life of the flesh is in the blood. If that's happening, you got good, rich blood, oxygen building, iron building blood that goes through the body, and it keeps the body and all the different parts of the body operating. All the different functions are operating the way the systems do what they're supposed to do, taking in nutrition, putting poisons out, getting waste out the back end. Are you listening to what I'm saying? And if that happens, you've got a good steady flow. The body is at what we call homogenesis, 7.5 on the pH scale. The body is automatic. It keeps and heals itself. So if we do it God's way, it works. Let's jump out of the Bible for a few minutes and let's go to the World Health Organization, the number one health organization in the world. They are a part of every country, every little island in the world. They manage the health for that situation. And they say that you need a plant-based dietary if your body is going to stay strong enough to help you get through these sicknesses and diseases. The number one health organization in the world says this, then what are we going to say? What are we going to do? We need to follow suit. I'm going to drink us just a little bit more liquid here. I know that made us all feel better because y'all look a little thirsty too. But the bottom line is the World Health Organization tells us that we need a plant-based dietary. They also tell us that we need a plant-based supplementation, that all our supplements should be plant-based. And along with them was Johns Hopkins. All their nutritionists say the same thing. You need plant-based supplementation. And so what we've done, and I'm going to talk to you about that in just a minute, what we've done is we've linked with company that literally has plant-based supplementation, just like our formula that we have. Because after you get your oxygen, after you get your water, and after you get your nutrition, you got to get the waste out. And we're going to talk about that in just a second. But then after you get the waste out, now your body is operating. Now you're feeling good. Your body can heal and keep itself. Then you need to keep the waste out. So you don't want to go back to where you were. So what you want to do is you want to clean out, and then you want to clean up. Okay, clean up. In other words, clean up your act. Don't keep going back doing the same thing. Then you want to stay clean. What it takes to get you well is the same thing it takes to keep you well. That's why we're saying the only doctor who can keep you and do what? Heal you from even COVID. Are you listening to me? It's because of that immune system. Those natural killer cells that go in and destroy whatever comes into the body. But if the body is compromised, that's where you need some supplementation. The food that we eat now, even the organic food, you can't prove that it comes from where they say it comes from. You can't prove. We know that even organic food doesn't have the strength that it used to have because man in his industrial revolution has literally destroyed the earth, the air, and the water with poisons and toxins and chemicals and all kinds of stuff that's deadly. Global warming, the whole world is melting down into a pot of just garbage and filth and plastic and metals and chemicals, just filth all over the world, in the air, in the water, in the ground. It's everywhere, folks. And so you need good supplementation. And that's what we're going to talk about right now. First of all, we said, of course, that it was necessary that you clean out. So again, I'm going to talk to you about some formulas. One of them is called Clean Sweep Colon Broom. God blessed me to design this formula 38, almost 39 years ago now. Another year has passed, 39 years ago. And it has herbs that are designed to go into your system and do what? Literally purge waste that's been in the body for years and years and years. It has things in it like anise, fennel, and ginger to make sure that you don't have the bloating and the burping and the griping and the flatulence that comes with the bowels not moving like they're supposed to. And when they start moving, you get all that disturbance. Well, it has herbs in there designed specifically for that. It has things in there like slippery elm and oat straw and psyllium, which are fibers that swell up and become gel-like to give you a smooth move. You hear what I'm saying? A smooth move, okay, as it were. And God has blessed us. We've designed, researched, and developed this for in excess of 39 years now. So it is the best of the best of the best. That's where you must start. It doesn't matter what's going on with you. If you just want to change your dietary, you still need to clean out the old stuff first. You would not wax your car unless you did what? Unless you washed it first. You wouldn't wax your floor until you mopped it first. So cleaning is important. Once that happened, we said that the body needed some things. It needed, first of all, it needed oxygen. Well, what happens with this formula that's called Belage is it assists the body in the uptake of more oxygen. It helps the blood to flow. It helps the blood to flow to the point where it actually goes straight into the blood-brain barrier and straight into the cell walls at the microcellular wall level, and it causes the blood to begin to flow. When the blood flows better, what does it bring with it? Oxygen, because it's water in the blood that keeps it moving and not let it get stuck and thick and muddy and murky and gummy. Instead, it's thin and it can flow like it's supposed to. The blood pressure goes down. Y'all not listening to me. The headaches begin to go away. The vision gets better because even the little capillaries behind the eyes are what? Able to get a flow of blood again. So now we're talking about oxygen into the entire body by way of good blood flow. Remember, Leviticus 17:11 tells us that the life of the flesh is where? In the blood, in the blood, in the blood. And this product called Belage, this formula that's over 51 years in existence, over 50 years of research and development on this product, and only a year or so, almost 2 years, has it been available in the United States. And I was blessed to become a part of this as it was being launched into the United States. And this company, a company that's 51 years old, literally with thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of participants, even thousands of doctors. God bless this little colored boy from the projects out of the United States in Memphis, Tennessee, to become the medical director of this company. We'll talk more about that another time. But I'm telling you, all my years, I prayed for a company like this. 42 years. The first 40, I prayed that God would send a company with formulas that would help change people's lives because they would help the immune system do what it's designed to do. God is that great doctor, the only doctor that can do what? That can keep you and heal you from even COVID, but he can't do it if you won't help him. You've got to do something. You've got to work with this immune system that he placed in your body. And the first thing that immune system needed was oxygen. This helps with oxygen. The second thing it needed was what? Was water. This helps with hydration. It helps the cells to actually pull up water and hold them. It does what is called an internal bath or flush or shower. It showers all the cells, all the tissues, all the organs with water that it helps to pull in. And when that happens, guess what? Your body begins to move. The bones do what they're supposed to do. The mucus is drained out of the body. The bowels open up and move the way that they're supposed to. You get more oxygen because it's what? H2O. Are y'all listening to what I'm saying, folks? We're talking about what it takes for the body to heal itself. The doctor that can keep you and heal you even from what? COVID, because the immune system stays strong. And since I'm on this one, I'll just talk about it. It has what is called white paper. Go look it up. There were in vitro trials that were done that literally used living subjects, living volunteers, and this formula was proven. And I'll bring that to you another day. I'll show you broken down in the diagram of how it happened, that this formula has the power to cause your immune system to grow to the point where it can stop the viral protein from being developed inside of the virus itself, COVID, inside of COVID. It stops this viral protein that is needed for reproduction. It stops it from happening by disintegrating the enzyme 3CL-Pro. It stops that, and we'll talk about that later too. It's kind of deep, but the bottom line is it keeps the viral protein from helping the virus to reproduce itself. It causes it to disintegrate, to literally just implode, if you listen to what I'm saying. That's your immune system working because of this formula that assists the immune system in building and creating more white cells, giving it the things that it needs, like the moisture, like the oxygen. And then we talk about nutrition. We're talking about a formula here. It's Sankey. It uses black bean. It uses cacao. It helps to do what? The fibers to go through. It helps to pull out the actual fats, the gummy fats and so forth, those caramelized fats. It actually dissolves the sugars and starches. And what it does is it takes those fats and those sugars and starches and it just burns them up to give you natural energy. But this happens in the stomach, so they don't make it into what? They don't make it into the bloodstream. And so you wake up in the morning with your sugar level down, your blood pressure down, your waistline going in, your energy level picking up. So we're talking about Prenui that works on the helping the body to digest better. It helps the fat to be dissolved, the sugar to be dissolved. We're talking about Belage that helps to flush the body, to boost the immune system to where the immune system works like it's supposed to. There's another formula that's called Inner 7. All of them have the nanotechnology, which means they're so small, so minuscule that they get into the system and they do what? They give the body all the minerals that it needs. This one comes from 3.5 miles, 300 meters down below the Okinawa Ocean, where it pulls up all the sea anemone and the algae and the different sea plants with all their antioxidants. That water is taken from there, is purified, and it's delivered to us in the form of these minerals. All 60 of the minerals that the body needs, especially magnesium. We're talking about a company. The company's name is Sankey, and you can find out about these formulas. You can see them on my website. Our website is, I said my website, our website is www.rightstuffhealth.com, rightstuffhealth.com. You can call us again at 901-425-2273. That's 901-425-2273. And you can reach us on at info@rightstuffhealth.com. Info, you need this info@rightstuffhealth.com. Again, we do consultations. We'll show you how to get your hands on the right stuff, and we'll introduce you to that doctor. Your immune system, actually, God and your immune system are designed to fight off and to heal you from all diseases, including COVID. So again, this is Dr. Franco Taylor. We've been talking just a little while about these powerful formulas. And again, you can call me at 901-425-2273. You can reach us online at www.rightstuffhealth.com. Rightstuffhealth.com. The right stuff. You got beautiful videos, powerful information, all kinds of information on health and healing, even with the COVID. You can find that on our website, okay? Or again, you can reach us at info@rightstuffhealth.com. Interested in a consultation, maybe a seminar, maybe a health revival. Some of you pastors and preachers, I've been doing health revivals for in excess of 42 years now, all over the world, abroad, islands where we had to have an interpreter go with us. But this information is so powerful, it's so biblical, it's so scientific, it's so commonsensical. That's my word, okay? That it just, you can't bypass it. It's just that good. We're talking about the only doctor that can keep you and heal you from even COVID is God himself. And what he did was he placed in your body an immune system. You know what the system told you? They're telling you every day now that it is your body that's going to actually heal the COVID. Why do I know that? Simply because they say that the vaccine is going to do what? That the vaccine is going to help your immune system to recognize, okay, the virus if it ever sees it, okay? Oh, y'all aren't listening to what I'm saying. So what they're saying is we're going to put something in your body that's going to start your body to making antibodies, because what we're putting in the body looks just like COVID, so much so that your body starts fighting it. So could it possibly be a synthetic COVID? I don't know. I'm asking the question. Y'all have to help me. I'm just a I'm just a poor little colored boy from the projects. I don't know. Help me, folks. So I put something in your body, or you put something in your body because you allow it to be done, that causes your body to fight it as if it was COVID. We'll say it that way, okay? And what that's doing is that's causing your immune system to fight. That's taking down a little bit of your energy, so to speak. And we were told in the beginning that if that happened, if you took the vaccine, you wouldn't get sick. Then it got to be that after a year or so, so many people that had the vaccine were getting sick, said you had to have the vaccine and a booster, or you had to have the vaccine and a second vaccine, and then a booster. So now they're saying even if you have the vaccine and a booster, or vaccine, double vaccine, and a booster, you need another booster, okay, to keep it from what? COVID from getting you, or if it got you or gets you, you won't get so sick. I'm saying that it's been proven from 1938 up until now, and from back in the days of God, that if the immune system is strong, your body could heal itself from all sickness, all disease, including cancer, full-blown AIDS, and even COVID. So what do we need to do? You need to give me a call, Dr. Franco Taylor, and we'll talk to you about what you can do to get your immune system to the point where it can heal your body, even from COVID. And if you haven't gotten it yet, you can get your immune system to the point where you may not even get it, okay? Why not trust the only doctor that can heal you and keep you from even COVID? We're going to talk just a minute here. Again, you know how to call us. You know how to reach us. That's Dr. Franco Taylor. You can reach me, rightstuffhealth.com, rightstuffhealth.com. You can call us at 901-425-2273, or you can reach us at info@rightstuffhealth.com. Okay? We're going to talk just a minute about business. Right about now, with this COVID, has us all, we're getting ready to go through a second wave, a third wave, whichever wave it is, wave, lots of waving, okay? But the bottom line is a lot of people out of work. More people, thousands, millions of people get out of work, and it's growing, it's growing, it's growing. And there ain't but so much unemployment that you can get. There are only so many EIDL, whatever it is, loans. There's only so many, what's the thing that they gave us, the free stuff that they gave, what was it called? Stimulus. Only so they can't stimulate you, but so much with that little bit of money. And we got people who are all excited about that, laying at home waiting on it. Well, that stuff's not going to last. You can't live off of that, folks. There are more people about to go into the poorhouse now than ever, ever, ever before. What are you going to do? Well, there is something that's called a home-based business. Home-based business simply says that you can go in business for yourself. There are businesses that you can go into right at home. Home-based business. Are you hearing what I'm saying? And how does that work? Well, basically, you call me and we can tell you about one. Actually, these formulas that we're talking about, especially this Sankey blage that has been proven to help the body to stop and inhibit the growth of even COVID. That's right, proven with paper. It didn't heal, but it caused the body to do what? Do the healing. And that's all God ever intended for us to do, to give the body the things that it needs so that the immune system could do its own healing. So this company called Sankey, that I have now become the medical director of for the last year and a half, has a program that will allow you to go in business for yourself at home. And you can actually not have to distribute, you don't even have to sell it. You can give it away by simply using your phone. There's an app on your phone that's called the Sankey Share app. When you become a business partner with me, I'll show you how to take that app and give as many free products as you can, Shinka. As many free products as you can give them away. Are you listening to what I'm saying? You'll actually be able to use your phone and send free formulas, these powerful, world-changing formulas, life-changing formulas, one-of-a-kind formulas that don't exist anywhere else. These formulas, along with our colon broom, we'll be able to do what? You'll be able to give away something called a Shinka. A Shinka contains all of the formulas that we're talking about here, and I'm getting close to you on the screen. I didn't mean to get that close. I'm not going to kiss you. Please, I won't do that. I'm married and I love my wife. Okay, but bottom line, this is the Belage, the one that does the work on the immune system. This is the one that works for the A1C and the blood pressure and so forth by getting the cholesterol and the sugars out of the system. And then we've got the other one that's the mineral. But these little, especially these two, you'll receive a 4-day supply of these in the mail, okay, from the company. And you being the business owner, you own the business, you get it to send it as many people as you can just simply thumb click. You click and send, click and send, click and send. The company will send them 4-day supply of these powerful formulas. After the second day, they'll call you and say, how do I become a part of this? And then you literally begin to make money at home without even have to really do any selling. The formula works so well and the company is so powerful. A 51-year-old company, y'all are listening to me, and they believe in longevity. The whole idea is to help you live a longer life. That's all I've tried to do for 42 years, is to help my clients, my family, my friends, the people out there in the world, in the listening and the viewing world, to live a higher quality of life. Why not be able to do that? Help people, truly help people with the one-of-a-kind products that we're talking about from Sankey, and you actually can be at home, give these products away, and get paid to do it. Are you listening to what I'm saying? And every time as a business owner that you actually get 3 customers, the company will give you 2 boxes of these formulas for free, just for y'all aren't helping me, just for helping other people. These formulas are almost $130 worth of formulas. Imagine if you gave away 10. Oh my goodness, y'all listen to what I'm saying. That's $1,300 worth. I'm sorry, $138 worth. If you helped 100 individuals to get these formulas, that's $1,300. And if you did that every week, that's $1,300 a week. If you did it every month, that's who could use an extra $1,300? How about if you did it every year? That's an extra $100 a month. Okay, are you listening to what I'm saying? By giving away and helping individuals to get what they need, you can actually make a handsome income. And it gets bigger and better than that. But I just wanted to give you an understanding of the fact that you can go into business for yourself. In a home-based business, you get so many things, folks. You're at home, first of all. You're your own boss. Are you listening to me? You're your own boss. Not only that, you can work the hours that you want to work. No one can tell you when to come to work and when not to come to work, or how long you can stay and how much you can make. That's the other thing. You can make as much money as you want to make. Your earnings go through the roof because you are the one determining what's going to happen. If you work hard, you'll be paid hard. And no one can tell you when you can or can't go on vacation. And we'll even call it a paycation, because individuals that are purchasing these formulas on a regular basis means that you are going to make, for each customer, each client that purchase products, you'll make $33 a month just for them. Imagine 10, that's $330. 100, that's $3,000 a month residual income coming to you simply because you helped 300 people to actually get formulas that work. How did you do it? You sent them a free Shinka. How? With your phone. Are y'all listening to what I'm saying? I got upside down there. You sent them a free 4-day supply with your phone, and we'll show you how to do that. And not only that, but your whole business will be on that phone. because all of your inventory, all of your shipments, everything will be done from the phone. You don't have to do any of it. Sankey is going to do that for you. So I'm Dr. Franco Taylor. We're talking about a powerful, powerful, powerful formulation. We're talking about the colon broom, clean sweep colon broom. We'll tell you how to do that. Just call us up, and then we'll also show you how to get your hands on these formulas. You can go to my website, you go to our website, okay? And that is www.rightstuffhealth.com. www.rightstuffhealth.com, and we'll talk to you about how you can be in business for yourself, how you can make a handsome income, how you can help yourself and others to live a higher quality of life with these one-of-a-kind formulas. No competition. No one else has this nanotechnology with their formulas like we do. Hold on just one second, folks. All right, we just had a call there. We've got again, like I said to you, this situation with the COVID is so powerful that even at this moment, we have friends and family members that are dealing with it. It's almost a 24/7 thing, and so I have to be careful to be on call and not miss a call. And this is one that I think may possibly have to do with that. But the bottom line, not only can you deal with a doctor that'll help you to keep you from and heal you from COVID, you can actually get your hands on the formulas that will help yours and anyone else's body and immune system get to the point where it can actually heal. All right. So who is the only doctor? Someone sent a little note and said, tell us again. The great doctor, the only doctor is God. And his assistant is your immune system. Are you getting what I'm saying? That's what he placed in your body. God himself is that great doctor. It's not me. It's not any medical doctor. It's not anybody that deals with herbs. It's no one other than God himself. He actually placed in your body an immune system that was designed to keep you well and get you well if you slip from it, like no one else can. No one can do that but God. Even the system that's telling you that the vaccine is designed to do what? To help the immune system keep the COVID under wraps. They're telling you, if you're listening, they're not saying that just sniff this and you're well. They're saying this will help your immune system to work. But even your immune system with a vaccine is not going to work well if you don't give it what? The oxygen. If you don't give it what? The water. If you don't give it the nutrition that it needs, the fruit, nuts, grains, and vegetables uncooked. If you don't get the waste out, and if you don't keep the waste out. So that's a part of what you'll do, even in business for yourself. You'll help people to have something that no one else is giving them. You'll be able to give them life, and that more abundantly. And when that happens, you will be handsomely rewarded for it. Find out more about it. You can give me a call, Dr. Franco Taylor. You can call me at 901-425-2273. And if you just want to leave a message, some people don't like to talk on the phone. If you just want to leave a message, you can hit us up at 913-363-FOOD. 913-363-FOOD. That's 913-363-3663. That's the one you can't forget that one. But it's all about food, because the nutrition, the oxygen, the water, those things natural that God gave us will help boost the immune system to the point where it can actually kill even the COVID. And with formulas like we've got, the Sankey formulas, along with the colon broom, if you got your hands on this, you have life in your hands, and you can pass that life on to others, and you can be handsomely rewarded. At a time when money is very, very scarce and everything that we've ever bought is higher than it ever was before, during a pandemic, an endemic, or whatever you want to demic and make it academic, it's not, unless you're learning that the great doctor, God himself, has placed in your body an immune system that will help your body actually fight off even COVID. Keep it from coming to you, and if you get it, it'll help your body to heal. Well, folks, we're about out of here for the day. Again, this is Dr. Franco Taylor. You've been here with me on the Right Stuff Helps radio broadcast on WMPR 90.1 FM on your radio dial. And again, we want you to come back to us next week, same time, same station, and you use the right stuff until I see you again. May God bless. I love you.